kid decides to keep working his aim and footwork on the shingle. They train themselves by clearing out the targets while not clearing out the floor. Best time to pick a new spot was when swapping magazines. Most trappers couldn't get through without a few scrapes. A decent trapper wouldn't walk away empty-handed. Master trappers got what they needed for a better hunt. The trappers would have been impressed with how the kid handled the shingle. The repeater and machete, favorite choices of the Ura hunters we once fought. That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep. That's the edge of the wilds, where Jawson and his boys disappeared. The wild unknown. Place can eat a man alive. Place is so raw, even the Calamity couldn't cook it. Not all of it. Know what's better than having a slinger pistol in a fight? Having two. Savage things lurking at every turn. Pin cushions ain't the worst of it either. Good thing pin cushions can't see where they're shooting. Pecker's got the core, like they're building a bastion of their own. The welcoming committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon. By now, kid's got more needles in him than a stab wound. They shouldn't have let the guard down. Getting that core was one thing. Getting out's gonna be another. He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight. Wallflowers survived the calamity. It toughened him up. Same goes for the kid. Kid's faster than a slinger with those guns. Don't ever turn your back on the pincushion. Slinger Jawson's old outpost is all that's left of him. A handful of windbag shipments made it out this far. Kid's seen the last of them. Pow gives a wallflower a taste of its own medicine. The kid's roused up half the wilds by now. Then kid gets the feeling he's being watched. Not by me, by a lunkhead. And lunkheads ain't fond of two-legged animals. Hit him anywhere but the hindquarters and he only made him mad. Wild green vine apples about the only good thing out here. Hardly any signs of the old Jawson camp. He's anxious to get back. After all, he's got the final core. His journey's over, right? Well, no, it ain't. Not by a long shot. Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zulf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zulf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zulf leaves us here, alone. Zulf cursed the city, cursed the Bastion, cursed me, said he was going home. When Zulf got through reading that journal, he just snapped, started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him. Zulf banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put it back together. The Shards. We're gonna need all of them to nurse the Bastion back to health. The city brought the Shards to the wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring them back. The less said about Drawson Bog, the better. That place will eat your mind. After Zulf's little episode, Kid sets off in search of Shards. First stop, Drawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back. Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? Zulf put us in a real bind. Hurt the Bastion bad. But the Shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the Core's medicine. Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating. Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know. Wherever he is, it's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go. The dead welcome him with open arms. The kid pops him good. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zulf of the Ura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, vine apples, swamp weeds, ankle gators. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid sets foot inside one of Ceylondia's famous watering holes. He has the nerve to flash the shield he stole. The security's just gonna have to straighten it out. Kid succeeds where the calamity failed. Would you look at what he did to poor old Ronde the bartender? Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world's alright, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Piff, the bull. The gods, they're all undone. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend. His friend, he's come undone too. He sees what's left undone. Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to. The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Bootlickers dig their nasty thorns into his heels. Disgusting things. Ever heard of a lung blossom? It's bigger than the stories say. The breath on that thing, like a scumbag sprung a leak. Hard to get a sure footing in the bog. They say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind. Well, a kid prunes it down to size somehow. Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it. A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. Sometimes a single look says it all. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place. If you're feeling low, count on the buttery flavor of our own Bastion bourbon. A pair of slinger pistols is just the ticket if a hammer's too slow. The Shards got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city. The marshals learned to pack those shells full of fire. The city tried to use the Shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan.